In this video, I want to share with you 5 tips and tricks to enhance your experience in data processing and outputting of your results. Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Rashid and welcome back to Epic Mentorship. If you are new here, consider liking and subscribing to our channel to keep enjoying related useful videos from us. Enough of the talking. Let's get started with the tips and tricks that I have for us today. Tip number 1 is the add-ins. Get add-ins. Add-ins are very useful nowadays in Microsoft Excel. From 2020, Microsoft Office 365 have added the get add-ins function, which is much better than the other previously get add-ins that we used to have. When you want to get add-ins or you want to insert add-ins, you come to file and go to options and you come to add-ins over here. This is a very different sort of add-ins. This one is like freely available installed application that you can use to do all kinds of operations within Microsoft Excel. So to get the add-ins, all you need to do is to come over to insert and navigate all the way to get add-ins here, and it's going to bring you down to this store, and you have all sorts of add-ins to bring into the Microsoft Excel. For example, we can have this function translator, which is very good, and we can have a range of them that are very freely available that you can use to analyze your data and more. So for example, you can bring in this and you can just add it, just click on continue, and it will automatically bring it into your Microsoft Excel. So there are lots of other add-ins that you can use. For example, you can bring in the to-do list. It's a very, very useful one. I always use it through my experience with Microsoft Excel. Very, very useful. Can tell you what part of the data you have analyzed, what part of the data do you need to analyze much later. You can also bring it in. And you can check off accordingly as you accomplish the tasks, and you can always delete to remove them as you are accomplishing your tasks within Microsoft Excel. Tip number 2 is called subtotal. We can always have a total value, or we can always have a sum. The usual way to have a sum of a given arrangement is using the sum function, or you can do the auto sum or thereabout. But the subtotal is a very useful and handy feature that you can apply also to take in sum with even additional advantages. So for example, we can do a subtotal here, and then we can select to give us a sum, which is 9. So we'll double click on 9, and then we can select that particular function number. And let's say we take on this profit, and then we close and hit enter, and it's going to give us the total of the profit. So additionally, if you can insert the filter, we can filter this subtotal by country. For example, we can come over here and say we should select show the total for Indonesia, and once you hit OK, it's going to show the total for all the Indonesia. And you can do for other countries as well. You can do for India, and once you hit enter, it's going to show the total and subtotal for India. And we can do a number of countries as well. Maybe you can select China, Indonesia, and Malaysia, and it's going to give you the subtotal for these particular countries. So this is very, very useful and handy. Talking about total and subtotal, how can we find the maximum value? Usually, to find maximum value, we'll just do the max function. Usually, we can just say it's equal to max. So we can just come over maybe to profit, and we'll select the range. And then we'll close, and it's going to give us the maximum value, which is $1,500. So the challenge here now is the second largest value. To get the second largest value, we'll have to do the large function. So we can just say equal to large, and we'll open the function, and it's going to ask us to choose the array. So we choose this particular array, and comma is going to ask us which the second to the last or third to the last, or any number. So we have to put the number. So we say second to the last, and once we close please, it's going to give us the second largest. You can do the same for smallest or second smallest, or thereabout. Second smallest. So you can do the same using this small function. So we can say it's equal to small. Then you open, you can say within this particular, still the same array, and we can define second smallest or any number we want, and it's going to return to 30 because 30 is the second smallest value. That's how to use the second largest and second smallest value within Microsoft Excel. Sparklines are very useful. They are quite small, but they can tell you the trend of your data, how the data is varying along a particular column or along a particular row. So take a look at them on column G here. They are small, but they look quite interesting. I can replicate this for you, but on another cell. As we want to make something like a sparkline for our data here, all we need to do is to select this particular range of data from week 1 to week 4 that we are considering. And then we come all over to insert here, and then we come all the way down to line. So it's going to pop up this dialog box, and we have to select the location range. We can select any location, whether within this spreadsheet or outside this spreadsheet, it can still work. So we select this range, and once we hit OK, it's going to give us this particular sparkline, and with a little bit of formatting, we can get it to look quite better. So for example, we can color it to something better, and we can increase the line width a little bit thicker, and we can put in high points and low points within our particular data, and you can see it's quite small, but it's quite very much impactful. Tip number 5 is how to use the slicers in table. But for us to use slicers on this particular data, you have to convert this whole data into a table. So we have to select it and come over to insert and convert it into a table. To convert this into a table, so we just click on anywhere within the table, and we come over to insert here and come to slicers to add a slicer. So we come over to slicer, and we select particular slicer that we want to target. So for example, we are targeting the countries and the profits. So click on OK, and it's going to bring in these two slicers. So over here, we can easily navigate within countries. So for example, we can say Brunei, and it's going to show us it's going to filter just by Brunei, and we can say China, and it's going to filter just by China, and it's going to show us the subtotal here. Okay. So simply because you have this subtotal taken, it's going to give us the subtotal here. We can come to India, and we can come to Indonesia and Malaysia and the likes. So we can select even a range of countries. Either we can drag around, or we can hold the shift key, and it's going to still give us the subtotal as well. So this is a very, very useful and handy tool, and we can navigate around the profits as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for being with me up to this point. And I do hope that you have learned something today. If you do, kindly feel free to share with your friends. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to stay connected with this channel for more of our useful videos. Remember to apply these tips and tricks in your next data analysis so that you can enhance your output for your readers to better understand your results. I will see you in my next video. Bye.